Hey everybody, it's Jason. Welcome to our Missouri yard. So today is Thursday, September 5th, I believe, and it is nice, cool, mid 60 degrees. I think it's like 63 degrees. A beautiful morning. It's like 7:30 in the morning. It's gonna be getting hot later today, but I have a lot of work ahead of me over the next few days. Today I'm going to use the power rake and get up all the debris out of the yard. A lot of people call it dethatch, but that's a little bit of a misconception. I'm just getting debris out of the yard, the dead grass, that kind of thing. So I'm getting all that out today. So I'm gonna go over it once, rake it all up, go over it again in the other direction, and then rake that up again. And then tomorrow I am going to be aerating. I'm gonna go over that like 3 or 4 times probably in different directions, and then prepping for some overseeding. So we'll get to that later. I got to get what's in front of me right now. So I'm getting started. I'll show you what is called the power rake and tell you a little bit about it. All right, this is a power rake. Looks a lot like a lawnmower, but it's not anything like a lawnmower. Get a little version of it here. So basically what this does, it has tines, or what they call flails, underneath it that spin around super fast. And see, there they are. There's these things. They spin around super fast. They bring up all what's called the debris out of the yard. Now, like, you see all that? Look at that. I'm gonna be getting all that stuff out. It's definitely time. Now, I did this about 2 years ago, but I only went in one direction, and I had a ton of stuff left in the yard that I had to rake up and get. So I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to go over both directions, get it really good, and hopefully I won't have to do it again for like another 5 years or so. That's what I'm hoping for. Pretty simple machine. This piece here adjusts your depth. I think I'm going to go one more down, right to there. See how that works. You just got your on, and then you pull it and go. And then this lever here is what engages it. So that's all it is. Just go back and forth across the yard. Now, going through my plan, I think, see, I'm down here at the backyard right now. I think I'm gonna go back and forth this time. That'll be easier here and kind of get used to the machine. And then once I get up here to the side yard, or in the dog area, that's gonna be a little more intensive, just going around the fence. And I'll go that same direction up in the front yard too, and in the shaded area too. Now, when I go through it the second time, I'm gonna take these fence posts and open it up so I can just go up and down this way. I figure I'm gonna be pretty tired, and that'll be the easier way and less strenuous way to do it, even though it'll be a little more strenuous down here. But that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. I cut the grass down I've been working down over the last 2 weeks. You know, I preach it every time, is that you stay at about, in the summertime with a tall fescue, you stay at about 4 inches during the summer. Cut your lawn at 4 inches. I'm down to 2.5 inches right now. I've been slowly working my way down. I'm at 2.5 and mowed it last night at 2.5 inches. So that'll get everything working a lot better for the power rake and for the aerator. so that's it. I'll get you a little closer to it, but just run the machine back and forth, gets those big clumps of grass out of there. No, it's called debris. It's not the dethatch, it's the debris. So, because the thatch is a layer on the top of the soil, this is just debris, getting all the grass up. I might be getting a little bit of the thatch, but the main focus is to get the debris. So let me show you what it is. So I can show you here in the refurb area. You can see it's putting little grooves in there. That's where it's digging in and getting a little bit of the thatch. But I'm more concerned about, holy moly, look at that stuff. I mean, that was what was clumped up, but so you can see here, it's getting some there. It took a little bit to get the settings right on it, but you can see now, I can get down to soil pretty much. So I'm gonna get all this raked up. Well, I'm gonna do the rest of the yard first, and I'm gonna rake it up, and then I'm gonna go up and down, get it raked up. So I can get as much as I can, so I get as much bare soil as possible, and then aerate, and then that way when I go to overseed, I'll have as much ground cover, showing ground, as I can to get the seed to germinate really well. But it's gonna be a lot of work. Okay guys, I am in need of a break, but like I said, I got everything raked up into piles, and the sheer volume of this is pretty overwhelming. So this is just in the backyard. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm lost count already, so yeah, I can't count to 10. But there. Then we'll come over to this side of the yard, and we'll look in the dog pen area, the dog area. We got several big piles in there. And we'll come up this along the road. Check that out. Holy moly. And we got the front yard, nice flower bed, corner flower bed. I'll show you this. We had a mole working up here. Destroyed it. Good thing I'm seeding. And I got the mole, by the way, too. Whew. This is our red, white, and blue flower bed. I don't think I've shown that one very much. Very pretty. Of course, our flower bed up by the front door. This is our sign from our cover picture. In the shaded area. And then we'll go around to the other side of the house. We'll go up here too. Little view of the flower bed. Look at all the red. Isn't that crazy? Had some utility work done here and filled that in. I'll be seeding that. Little tip, don't ever let your utility company put dirt in or grass seed. Had some work over a different company, not the one that worked here, but a different company in a different area of town. Did it, and that house, they had corn growing in their front yard because of, I don't know if it was from the dirt, the seed they used, or the straw they brought in. We got our camper put back here now. I don't know if you can see those in the shade there, but that's it. Alright, now to bag it up. Alright guys, we're on day 2 of the fall and lawn care program. Yesterday I did the power raking, and I didn't record much after I did the first raking of it, I don't think. Give you an idea how long it took. I picked up the machine at 7 a.m. and got all the work done with it that I needed. I raked it. Well, I ran the power rake, then I raked it to clean it up and bagged it, and then ran the power rake again in the opposite direction. And then I used my lawnmower to pick it up at that time because I had less debris to pick up and just a lot easier. And then after I finished running the machine, I took it back, of course. Got it cleaned up and filled with gas and took it back. And then came back and did the mowing to bag up all the debris. I finished my last bag at 7 p.m. last night. So I also started watering too, because one, the turf just took a beating yesterday. I mean, the day before I cut it down to 2.5 inches, and then the power rake over it twice, and the temperatures were up near 90. It was high 80s, near 90 degrees. So it took a beating yesterday. So I watered everything last night, and I was also in preparation for today, where I'm going to be running the aerator, and that is a core aeration, where we're going to be plugging a bunch of holes in the yard. So let me go unload that machine. Oh wait, before I do that, let me tell you. So this morning I took the bags of debris to our yard waste area. I had 15 of the large lawn and leaf bags, and then another 24 30-gallon bags full of debris. Some people would call it thatch, but it's actually truly just called debris, because it was just nothing but clippings that were sitting on top. It wasn't any of the actual thatch layer. At least most of it wasn't. And then I had to go to a physical therapy, and then for my ankle. For those of you who don't know, or I think I mentioned in previous videos, I have a split tear in peroneus brevis tendon on the side of my ankle. So it's not a complete tear, it's just a partial tear. So we're trying to get that taken care of now with physical therapy. If you see me in the boot, I'm trying to get with physical therapy so I can avoid surgery. So we'll see how that goes. Now, where are we? So we're going to aerate. Let me go unload the aerator and show you a little bit about it, and I'm gonna get started. All right, I'm not gonna lie, this thing is a monster. It is super heavy. Thankfully it is self-propelled, but so this has got a little tank down here. That's full of sand, I believe, and then we got other additional weights down here. This thing weighs a ton, and it is not an easy piece of equipment to work. It is physically straining and very strenuous. So basically all it is, it has these tines with the holes in them, and the goal is to get those holes to go down into the ground and pull out a core. And it causes aeration to improve airflow and loosen up the soil. So we're going to be going over 2 directions, maybe 3. Definitely going 2, maybe 3, 4. Who knows? We'll just see how it goes. Okay, That was one pass. Holy cow. I'm going to show you what we're doing here. I think it'd be easier to show you down here in the refurb area. Down here. Alright, you can see all the holes that I'm poked. And you got the little plugs that come out. There. Look like little dog turds. So, that's what we're doing. Now, the big difference between these, and you'll sometimes see a pull behind aerator that just has spikes. The spikes actually do more compaction because you're taking the dirt that's there and you're pushing a spike down it, and so you're expanding the dirt out so it compacts it more in the areas. Whereas this is poking a hole and pulling a plug out. So this works really well. Now I'm going to go up and down, which is going to be the really difficult part because stopping and turning around is the hard part. Walking behind it is no big deal. And I saw one down here that a plug I thought would be a good example. This one might be. Let's see. That's the top. Well, nope, it's gone. I'm trying to find one that has a layer of thatch on it yet. I mean, that is a good plug. I mean, you want to get, that's about the size of plug you want to get. Not always going to get that. But watering before last night really, really helped. So, here's one. Oh, it broke apart. Bottom came off. But here's the top. And you can see there's a little bit of the thatch left right here, right above my thumbnail. That's actual thatch. That's a spongy material. That's of decomposed material. The grass clippings. Here's another one. You can see, let's get in focus there. There. That's where a lot of nutrients are stored. So that's why I want to make sure. Some people ask whether you pick up the cores or not. I do not, because I want to get those nutrients back into the soil. I'm going to just leave them there. All right, time to go up and down. Holy cow, guys. That was a horrible experience. I ain't gonna lie. That was not fun. It's like 89 degrees. It feels like temperature of 94. It is so stinking hot. I had to take several breaks, drinking lots of water. And I am done. Just got to clean it up and send it out. So hopefully get it back in time. I only have to get charged for a half day instead of a full day. But yeah, so next year I think I may just hire someone to do it. I don't know how much it's going to cost me, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. That was horrible. All right, so I think I'm going to end this video here. I got a couple other things going on tomorrow with seeding, overseeding, and seeding the refurb area and fertilizing and that kind of thing. So I think I'll put that into another video. So on behalf of Heather, who takes care of the flowers, myself will take care of the lawn. Thanks again for visiting our Missouri yard.